on the road, and this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to Winston-Salem, North Carolina, home to the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the NC State Wolfpack, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Demon Deacons will get us underway with the opening kickoff. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So NC State's offense will have the ball first. Last time these two rivals got together, guys, there were hurt feelings and some dead fish handshakes in the aftermath, and this might be just the recipe to cook up some revenge, Jesse.
Well, they're going to be motivated, that's for sure. The losing team, they have been hearing about that blowout loss now for a very long time. They had this game circled, David, all offseason, hoping to get that payback.
Oh, man, and you get all the quotes, all the people talking about, all those blowhards on all the different networks, i.e. us, talking about how bad it was and how embarrassing it was, and now you get a chance to get some payback. They're excited.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. The give to the tailback. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
There he goes. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Wolfpack will have first and 10. Looking for a man. It's Bryant. Got his man. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
They'll run it from the gun. Shakes off the defender. And he left the first defender grabbing at air before he was finally tackled. NC State with a fresh set of downs thanks to that running game. Pulls it in, it's Shaw. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. Well, so much for nudging it ahead a few inches, 4 wide here on second and short. Running back searching for a hole. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. First and goal now as NC State tries to find a way to score. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Wolfpack!
I think what you love about that opening drive for the offense is the balance. They were able to throw the football to set themselves up into position, and then he carries it in for the TD. You got to be able to keep defenses on their heels, and they did a nice job of that on this opening drive.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So Wake Forest offense has the ball for the first time. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take...
Turning it on! Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They moved the chains. They mark it at the 29. First and 10. Pulls and fires complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to throw, it's Bradford. Got his man quickly. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down. The Demon Deacons will call on their punt team. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Hauls it in, looking for space. He gets a block. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Complete in the middle. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock it down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. The Wolfpack put themselves in a hole here on second down. Wants to go up top. Finds a soft spot in the middle. Oh, he's got some space. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. Offense will try to get some momentum going on first and 10. Looking downfield on first down. It's complete to the left. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This defense has got to be better in coverage. You want to get off the field? You got to keep defending. You got to do something to make the offense feel uncomfortable. So far, way too easy for this offense.
The Wolfpack with a first and 10 here. Quick release on the RPO. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's...
And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, NC State! A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
Wake Forest, 0.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Scanning the field, it's Bradford. Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Caught behind the line. It's Lewis. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
But how about that? The dying breed of the tackling cornerback. You don't see those anymore. Everybody wants to be great in coverage. Everybody wants to get picks. But how many corners really want to get their face in the fan and make tackles? Nice job by that play.
Makes his way out to the 20 before he stopped, and that'll bring up a fourth down.
Number 16 in punt formation to kick it away.
We reach the break. It's NC State on top. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. And the Demon Deacons will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He only needs a sliver of daylight. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Throws to the tight end. Finds a man on the right. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. From the 22 on 1st and 10. Quick release by the QB. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Offside, defense.
So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. And at this point on the field, I guess why not try to guess the snap count? Defense gets caught, still 1st and goal. Dropping back, it's Bryant. Trying to find the end zone. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. On the shovel. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, North Carolina State. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Spirited matchup with ramifications inside CUSA today, guys. Here's how it finished up. Jacksonville State handled its business today away from home. What a thorough beatdown. And what poise this generally young team showed. I think even other coaches will point to this one as what's possible. One game, I know, fellas, but it could be one to circle when we consider the big picture there in CUSA.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
The Demon Deacons with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on 2nd down. Quick strike complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Look, as an offense, you're always going to take completions over incompletions and interceptions. So the offense, they're able to make that 3rd down a little bit more manageable, but honestly, not by much.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Almost had the completion, just missed it. And the Demon Deacons will send out the punt unit.
Number 16, on to punt it away.
They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They've been nothing short of spectacular so far. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they'll try to make it 4 for 4. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Solid run on the last play, gives this offense another 1st down. To the air, it's Bryant. It's complete on the right side. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They've got him spread out on 2nd and 7, 2 wide out to either side. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Breaks into the open. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run to guys, and get him on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
And they pick up just a few on that completion. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll run play action. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Wolfpack. Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
I think there were a lot of doubters that wondered how this team was going to be able to handle this environment and whether or not they could find success early in this game. They have proved all of those doubters wrong. They have been dominant in every phase, on offense, on defense, and on special teams, and they are piling it on here early in this game on the road.
He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. And the returner will be brought down. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. Nothing but punts as a result of the first 3 offensive drives, hoping this one gets a little more done. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Looking downfield, it's Bradford. Makes the grab. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Unloads to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Quickly complete. And he converts on third down as he gets it out to the 26.
That might be the play that turns the momentum in this game, right? They're getting blown out right now on the scoreboard. It's late in the half. They've got to come away with a touchdown, but that might be the guy you need to keep going back to in the passing game to get yourself back in this game.
The quarterbacks love throwing slants to big boys. When you got big targets, man, it's hard to miss them. Great job throwing to a guy that tall, putting it near his body, and he plucks it in for the catch.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. There he goes.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. That's caught, it's Lewis. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The Demon Deacons will hustle to the line. Looking to throw, it's Bradford. A strike downfield. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. High the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you could tell extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. It's good.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Got his man on the right. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. NC State might think about going for a big one on 2nd and short. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And I like the quarterback making the decision quickly. I'm going to give it. I'm not going to throw the football off the RPO and just let my back get some positive yards. You're getting 5+ yards. That is a great job by the offense. Continue to stick with that.
A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield, it's Bryant. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incomplete.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Going to take a shot at this DB. Hits him in stride inside the 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Wolfpack!
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They'll give it to the back. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to throw, it's Bradford. Firing deep. He's got it along the sideline. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. The offense will quickly use a timeout. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. Well, they've already made one. The holder will put it down at the 38 for a 48-yard attempt. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. Well, they've already made one. The holder will put it down at the 38 for a 48-yard attempt. No good. But a flag is down on the field, so hold on. Let's see what this is about. You must protect the kicker when he's in a defenseless position like that. That penalty is going to give the offense a first down. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
NC State will kick off to start things here in the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it. I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Leaves it with the back. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. Let's see what call they have on third and long from the 28. Looking for a man. It's Bradford. Fires to the wideout. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. And the Demon Deacons will bring the punt team onto the field. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers. From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. From the gun, running back on the move.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Off the RPO, complete. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. They get him stopped at the 30, but not before he gets 5 yards.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on second, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on third.
The Wolfpack with a lot of options on second and short.
Get set, get set.
He'll do it himself. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. NC State comes to the line to deal with third and short. Reads it, fires complete. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on third down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the first down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the fourth down.
The play action fake. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to thread the field position with the return.
Well, this offense really felt coming into today that they were going to have to throw the football. And for the most part, David, this quarterback has been lights out. That time, though, he lets it get away from him a little bit, and that was a critical INT for the defense and their confidence.
They needed something, man. They've given up a lot of yards, and that's the thing about the defense. Just sometimes it can change in one play. They make the interception, they force the turnover, and hopefully, for their sake, maybe get in the quarterback's head just a little bit.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Pocket breaking down. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
Well, this offense keeps giving up sacks, and they keep finding themselves in situations like this, third and long right now. They don't have many points in this game, and this is a big reason why. It's hard to score if you don't keep the third downs manageable. So moving forward, whether it's running the football on first and second or throwing short passes earlier in the drives, they've got to change things up because taking sacks like this is killing this offense.
Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. North Carolina State has it back on the offense, headed to the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Finds a little bit of room, picks up 4 out to the 13. NC State going up tempo. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Finds his target down the middle. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain. North Carolina State defining efficiency on this drive. Working that left side now. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Dropping back, it's Bryant. Right on the money. Turning it on. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. New set of downs after the completion. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And it's a fumble after that huge gain. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. So first down will open up the final period. They'll try the run. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. He's piled up 87 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. Makes a man miss. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Ready up.
NC State started this drive with terrible field position, but now a little room to operate.
2-9, go.
Off play action on first down. Firing to the right, complete. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9.
It's hard for an offense to win when you get in predictable situations. What a great job understanding where the first down marker is. I got to get a big gain, got to get that first down. Nice job, great nose for the first down.
NC State will line up with a first and goal.
Cricket.
Back to throw, it's Bryant. He's got it on the move. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. And after that first down gasher, they're close to the end zone. Second and goal coming. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time. Offensively, the defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And they'll send out the field goal unit. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. The give to the left side. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
Danced his way through traffic, pick up a 4 to the 19. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Bringing the heat. They're working that left side. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Off the RPO, throw right, looking for the chains. He will not get it. A 4th down stop for this defense as they try to salt this one away. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. To the air, it's Bryant. Throws to the wideout. Touchdown, NC State! A great catch and run for 6. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. The give from the gun. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and this offense, man, they just continue to struggle. And just, they need to find something that they do really, really well. And running the football late in the fourth quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not it. This offense needs to hit the gas. They need to pitch and catch a little bit and throw the football around.
Working that wide receiver screen. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. The give on the option. He is denied. Cannot get to the first down marker, and it's 4th down coming. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. The Demon Deacons send out the punt unit.
In punt formation to kick it away.
Hauls it in at the 40. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Finds his tight end. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Trying play action. Working that left side. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here.
Yeah, and Palmer, I don't know what his grade's going to be, but hitting over 400 yards on the day, I think coaches are going to be pretty impressed with the day this young man had.
No doubt. I think for defensive coordinators moving forward now,